gosh, Justin's parents are downstairs. Hey girlies, it's your girl back with another video. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing a chit chat get ready with me. I feel like I haven't been on here. I know I haven't uploaded in at least a month. It might be more than that by now, by the time I finish editing and posting this. So a lot has happened, obviously. So I just wanted to keep you guys up to date. You know, I always love to share with you guys, what I have going on. If you're interested, then just stay tuned. Oh my gosh, I feel like I can't be as loud as I usually am, or as loud as I want to be, because Justin's parents are downstairs. So basically, me and Justin moved in with his parents. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. It's only weird because I feel like I have to make myself get used to filming with them downstairs, because like I think their room is like directly below this room, and I know the walls are kind of thin, so like I just know she hears me talking right now. The good thing about Justin's mom, well, honestly, there's so many good things to say about her, but she like knows that I'm like on social media and I'm like doing this thing or whatever. And it was so funny because I went downstairs right before I started filming to like get some grapes because I was hungry, and she was like, "Oh, you're not filming yet?" Because she wanted to grab something, but she didn't want to like, bother me while I was filming. So I thought that was so sweet. But anyways, I feel like we have not had a chance to talk in a long time. I haven't posted in like almost over a month. So yeah, I feel like we have a lot to catch up on, so much to catch up on. So I just thought we would get ready, have a little chit chat, get a ready with me session. This is all the makeup that I packed in my travel makeup bag. So it's gonna be all the products that I've been using honestly on a more regular basis right now, because a lot of my makeup is like, so I still have my Alex 9 drawers, but we haven't brought those upstairs yet. And so I've just been living out of this little bag here. So I wanted to share with you guys what those products are, because if they're in here, I love them. You know that they're like products I can count on. If you're new here, my name is Karina. I do a lot of makeup related content. I love to try out different foundations. I actually have some that I ordered that I need to try, because I feel like there's been so many foundation releases, so I had to pick this up. Anyways, I don't know why I'm so giggly. I feel like it's because I feel like Justin's mom knows I'm recording, but it's okay. If you haven't subscribed already, I would hope that you subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all of my new videos. And yeah, I'm just so happy that you're here. Let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, y'all. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video. I feel like I have in my previous videos. I moved. Me and Justin moved into his parents' house. I feel like it was a couple of reasons why we decided to do that, which we'll be going into. But before that, I packed my makeup in this makeup travel bag. In here, I packed all the makeup that I knew that I wanted to have readily available for whenever, because when you move, it's just shit goes everywhere and you don't know where everywhere is gonna be unless you unpack it all. We are not completely unpacked at this point, so we're gonna be using all these products. I have some in here for like more natural makeup days or like full glam. So today we're gonna do full glam. I already primed my face, so now we're gonna go in and do eyebrows. Oh my gosh, I don't know what took me forever to try the like feather brow look. I don't know what it is about me that it takes me like 2 years. I'm like 2 years behind when it comes to like updated or like makeup stuff, So I finally started doing my brows with the Rare Beauty brow gel. This is so good. I also wanted to mention, because I wanted to try a drugstore option. I tried the Maybelline one, which is also really good. So both of these are brow gels that you can count on. And I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline, only because I'm not going nowhere today, so I don't want to waste my Rare Beauty one, because I feel like there's a lot less product in the Rare Beauty one. I don't really know. The Rare Beauty one has 0.15 ounces, so 0.15 ounces, that's 4.5 grams, and then the Maybelline one has 0.23 fluid ounces, which equals 7 milliliters, which I think 1 milliliter is the same as a gram, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I will say that the Maybelline one gives you more time to work your eyebrows, because I did notice that the Rare Beauty one dries a lot faster. Beautiful. No, literally beautiful. And honestly, I will give credit where it's due, even though I don't really like Huda. And I feel like as somebody on the internet, I don't know if I want to say that I don't like somebody, but I don't agree with how Huda behaved on Love Island. But I will say the way she did her brows was really what like inspired me to do my brows this way. I was like, you know what, let me try that. And I feel like the girlies have been doing it for a long time already. I just hadn't really done it yet, so it was just time to try something new. And I still like filling them in, but I think this also works really well. I do think my eyebrows have a different shape, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because that's it. It's okay for them to not look identical. That's it for the eyebrows. And honestly, since I do have my eyebrows micro shaded, this is like perfect. Like I don't even have to go and like draw anything. But if I do need to or feel like I need to, I've been using this Maybelline Build a Brow. You can like draw on your eyebrow strokes with this, and it also has a little bit of gel on the end. But this is like, it's not the kind of gel that you want to use to like make your eyebrows lift and stay. It's just kind of like brush them away and let them stay in place, but not like sticking to your face. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna go in with foundation. I've been loving the Professional. This is the Benefit Professional foundation. This has been so good. I've really been enjoying it. I got mine in the shade 14C. I've discovered I'm a cool toned gal, neutral to cool tone, but more cool tone. And I feel like I've just changed my entire life by realizing what shade I actually am. But anyways, I wanted to talk about, oh my gosh, the move. Y'all, I cannot believe what that did to me mentally because it really is a lot. Even though we tried to prepare and pre-pack as much as we could, even though we could have done a little bit of a better job, we procrastinated a little bit, but we did start packing like, I want to say like 2 weeks before we left the house, which to some people it might sound like plenty of time, but we were like taking the time after we got done with work to pack, you know, certain things or whatever. I think that packing everything in a box definitely makes it easier. Like make sure you have a box to put everything in, and then you just have to move those boxes out. I feel like if you have little stuff that you're like, oh, I'll just take that and like put it in whatever, like in the truck or whatever, like no, it makes it so much easier if you put everything in a box, and then you just pack the box, tape the box, and move the box. And make sure you're labeling your boxes so you don't lose anything. And it's so crazy because literally while we were packing and while we were going through the whole motion, I caught myself thinking about how grateful and how blessed I was to have Justin as my life partner that I get to do this stuff with. And like obviously, you know, relationships can be very beautiful, but as you move through life, you're gonna go through situations like moving that isn't fun together. I'm just so blessed to have Justin, to have, you know, obviously in the good times, but also in these not so like fun times, because I don't know if I would have been able to do it without him. Like obviously if I had to, obviously I would, but I'm just so blessed that that wasn't the case. This looks very ghostly, but once we put everything on top, it's gonna be fine. Justin's parents also helped us a lot. They were so sweet. They came like a couple times to like the house to like take a first load, and then they helped us move stuff into the locker. It was a whole lot going on, and I'm so blessed that they came to help because that really meant a lot to me for sure, and obviously to Justin too. Anyways, I was talking about how you really realize, I realized the importance and how blessed I was that I chose Justin as my partner, because like I said, you're gonna go through so many things, you know, throughout life together, and moving is one of those things that is not fun, but if you have the right partner beside you, it's gonna be okay at the end of the day. Like, you know, you're gonna get through it and you're gonna come up on the other side. I'm gonna just put this on here really fast and then be right back. Oh my gosh, I look so crazy. I realized I didn't mention the concealer that I was using. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer. This one I find is one of the, well, I haven't tried too many, but it passes the test for the most part, even though it does crease a little bit on my eyelids, but it lasts for a good amount of time. If you want something that's gonna cover your eyelid color and make it a blank canvas, this is a good one. And then I topped it with my Latte palette, my Latte 2 palette. This is by Dominique Cosmetics, and I topped it with these two on my eyelid. And I'm gonna go in with this topper shade right here. I think it's a topper because it's not too it doesn't have much of a base color. So I'm just gonna tap it in the inner corner of my eye and kind of like at an angle, but just towards the center, or like the inner corner, kind of like this. I did order a lot of new goodies. I treated myself because, you know, we make them corporate checks now or whatever. So I treated myself for my birthday and I got me some new goodies. And I got some new goodies, some new makeup to play with, but I wanted to put that in a separate video. I got some new foundation. A lot of new foundation have been coming out. I got the new Makeup by Mario one. I got the new one by, I'll just have to show you guys in another video because that's gonna be a fun one. So now I'm gonna go in with my mascara. I've really been enjoying the Maybelline Firework mascara. I am not one that really uses a lot of higher end mascara. I feel like if I ever have the chance to try some, I'll obviously wear it, but I just feel like drugstore mascaras do the job for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara and then put some lashes on off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, I just put my lashes on. I went in with these that I'm not really sure if I got these from TikTok shop or Amazon, but if I find them, I'll make sure I link them for you guys. Anyways, where was I? Oh my gosh, I hate when I like break to like do something off camera and then I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, okay. So I did mention that we moved, obviously, and so we actually moved in with Justin's parents. And I feel like people will be like, oh my gosh, Karina, like why did you guys move in with Justin's parents? So I think it was two main reasons for me. I don't know about Justin, but for me, I knew that this was gonna be the best way for us to fast track on saving money for a house. Because we are not sure if we want to buy a house or build a house, buy some land and build a house. We don't know what we want to do yet, and we also don't know if we want to do that here in Burlington or if we want to do that back in Charlotte. Justin's family is from Burlington. He has lived here his entire life. He moved to Charlotte basically to live with me. He said he was gonna move to Charlotte either way, but you know, essentially he moved there because I was there and we built a life together there. But you know, Burlington is also a really nice small town. It's a small town, but it's like a upscale. Well, to me it is. It's like a nice small town because there's a Harris Teeter here, there's a Publix. You know how like when you go to a nice side of town, the Taco Bell will be really nice, the Starbucks is really nice, the Chick-fil-A is really nice, the McDonald's is really nice. Like all of like the little things that exist in this small town here are all really nice. So, and I told Justin that I've never lived here, so I don't know what it'll feel like to live here unless we give it a shot. And I feel like Justin is also an only child, so like I knew his parents, they would enjoy having him home, obviously, having him back, having him just around and like closer, you know. Charlotte isn't too far away from Burlington. It's about 1.5 to 2 hours depending on where you're at, so it's not too far. It's not terribly far. I thought it was a good idea. At first my mom had offered for us to move in with her, but for Justin's job it just made sense for us to move over here. And Justin's parents were just as welcoming for us and had their arms just as open for us to move here. So I feel like they understood also what our goals were. We lived in that house that we lived in Charlotte for like 3 years, and we did the math with how much rent we were paying, and like we paid like a good chunk of that house off for that owner. It's so crazy to think about. I did go in with my Il Maquillage concealer. This is like right now on its last leg. It's like falling apart right now, but I have really been enjoying it, so I've still been using it. Also recently I've been going in with my Juvia's Place concealer. This shade is a little bit lighter than my other one, and I really like it to just brighten up my under eye. I feel like ever since I started seeing Alandria with her like super bright under eyes, I'm like, that eats. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy like trying to keep up with all the lingo. But anyways, also like I said, Justin is an only child, so honestly his family is more than happy for him to be around. So it just made sense in every way. It made sense. And so initially when we told Justin's parents, you know, obviously they were like super fine with it. And then Justin's mom, so she was like, so she has two bedrooms upstairs, and she has like a loft area. And so initially, obviously I was just only counting on, you know, having the one bedroom that used to be Justin's bedroom for us to live in. But then she was clearing out her other second bedroom that she has upstairs, and she was gonna like redo it or whatever, like paint it and everything. She offered it to us, and she was like, just so that you guys can have like a second room of privacy, which is this room here. So we set up our couch TV. I have my monitors over here for work on this side, and I thought that was really sweet because she didn't have to do that, but it allowed us to have a lot more space, obviously more storage, because she cleared most of the closets for us. I couldn't be any more grateful for how everything has turned out. Honestly, it was so funny because I was talking about it with clients. Some people were like completely for it, and some people were like, oh my gosh, don't do it, da da da. Sometimes parents are crazy, and like I knew that, but I also knew that Justin's parents are not like that. I just couldn't see us having issues, honestly. I also feel like I'm a pretty good roommate to have, whether it be like romantically or like platonically. And obviously, you know, with Justin's parents, obviously it'll be like a different dynamic, but I knew that I'm pretty adaptable. I'm super easy. Like I'm not picky. I'm just super easygoing, and I knew it would be fine. And I knew if anything did come up, I knew I could talk to Justin about whatever and it would be fine. But I think everything's been going so well, and I could not be more happy, and I'm so happy. And Justin's mom, she lives like 5 minutes down the road from the house, and so every day she comes home for lunch and we just be like together at lunch, and I just think it's so cute. So yeah, it's been really nice. I really cannot complain. We have found a new home gym. Y'all want to know something crazy? So I initially, back in Charlotte, we were at a Crunch Fitness, and so I called up there. I had forgot to cancel the membership before we left, so once we were already here, I called them and I was like, hey, can I cancel my membership? I just don't live there anymore. And the guy on the phone, he was like, oh, we don't handle that over the phone. I'm like, okay, but I don't live there anymore. I said, I don't live over there anymore, so I wasn't planning on coming in. And he was like, oh, well, you have to send us an email and show proof that we moved away, essentially. And I just thought that was so crazy, because like, what do you mean? If I should be able to just cancel my membership if I want to just cancel my membership. Weird. So then whatever, I sent them an email, sent them a picture of like some mail that we had got with the new address on it. I sent that as my proof, but I didn't hear anything back for like a few days. So then I ended up calling back up again, and a different girl answered, and she was like, oh yeah, no problem, like I can help you with that. And I'm like, of course, the dude that had answered the first time, he just didn't want to do his job. Or maybe it was the manager. I feel like there's a manager there that I just think is so shitty. Anyways, I won't be me anymore. Oh my gosh, also the new gym here. So I like it a lot because they have a lot of good machines, but it's not as new as Crunch. Like it has some older machines and it has some newer machines, and it has like a lot of different varieties of machines. So like for legs, they have like a bunch of different types of leg presses and stuff. The only thing that I don't like is that Crunch used to have like 3 of the same leg press machines, and over here there's like different types of leg press machines, which is still fine, but you know. But I do appreciate that it's not as busy as Crunch, even though I don't mind a busy gym, but Crunch was just like too much. We went to the gym one day here like around peak time, which is like, you know, 5 to 6, 5 to 7, and it was as if I was going to Crunch like during the morning. It was so nice. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going in with my Physicians Formula bronzer. So I really like this bronzer. I really do like it, but I feel like after I finish this, I probably will not be repurchasing. And I only say that because I feel like, I don't know if it's just like my frontal lobe developing, but like Physicians Formula, they don't really offer like a good shade range, especially for deep complexions. So I'm gonna use it, and then after that, I'm just gonna find a bronzer from a company that actually offers a good shade range and is actually inclusive. But I'm not gonna throw this away because I already spent my money on it. So now for blush, I'm gonna go in with my Kylie Cosmetics. This is her hybrid blush in the shade Summer Sorbet. So I packed 2 with me. I have really been loving this formula of blush. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I can't say enough good things about it. But I did want to talk about something else. I'm like nervous, but like most of y'all know. So I'm dissolving my lip filler. I'm actually getting it dissolved this weekend. Oh my gosh. It's just starting to do this thing. I don't know if you guys can see like the bubbles, because it's starting to settle, and once it starts doing that, you need to be getting it dissolved and starting over if you still want to have lip filler, because chances are it's settling and it can migrate and start doing all the things that you want to avoid. And also, like when I smile, you like see it, the bubbles. It's just not cute. I don't want to like get rid of it forever because I still do enjoy having like juicy lips, you know. But I'm gonna start over. I'm like nervous to see what my lips are gonna look like after, because obviously I've gotten used to what my face looks like with my lips this size. Justin has only ever met me with lip filler. And obviously I was showing him pictures of what I looked like before lip filler. I was still pulling, like don't get it twisted. Before my nose surgery, before my lip filler, a bitch was still pulling, so do not play with her. But I'm still nervous. especially because, you know, Justin's parents, I don't know if they think that these are my lips. I feel like you can tell that they're not natural, but I don't know, right? But anyways, I'm going on Saturday, so I'm just like nervous, you know. I'm nervous for like my work meetings. Are people gonna be looking at me crazy? Are they gonna be noticing? Whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I scheduled my appointment for Saturday. I'm supposed to be seeing some friends on Saturday. If I get bruised up, it's gonna have to be okay. Like, I'll just put on some lip liner and put on some lip gloss and call it a day. I'm not afraid to do that. I'm excited because this lip filler is just not looking the way it needs to. I've had it now, like the last time I got lip filler was like over 2-3 years ago now, I think. It's crazy because it does last a lot longer than you would think, but since I've gotten a few syringes over time, it has lasted longer. But it's just time to restart because my lips, I just feel like they look crazy. Look, they're not supposed to look like that. Oh my gosh, did I tell you guys what setting powder I was using? Oh my gosh, it's kind of dirty, but I've been using the One Size Ultra Pink. This is their ultimate setting powder. I've just been wanting to switch it up because usually I was using my Huda Beauty, but I wanted to see how I felt about this one. But I have been enjoying it. Jackie Aina put me on. I can always trust her recommendations. Like, if she's using it, I know it's good. Okay, so that's that. And now for highlights, I'm gonna be going in with the Anastasia. This is her Glow Seeker in the shade Sun Idol. I feel like this is like the perfect shade. So pretty. And now for lips, I'm gonna use this lip combo that I discovered the other day. One of my favorite things to do is like trying different combinations together and then just realizing that they look so good together. Okay, so I know for sure I used the ColourPop lip liner. This is in the shade Obvi, but I don't know, I can't remember which one of these I used last time. Haters will say they're the same shade, but they're actually not. They were both in my bag, but I think I'm gonna go in with, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet in the shade Kiss. I really like their formula. I picked this up from TikTok. They were having a sale. TikTok Shop, you get me all the time. It's so interesting because I noticed that TikTok Shop, once the algorithm picks up that I've been like looking at something, it'll keep showing it to me, right? Keep showing it to me, and then once I buy it, those ads are gone. It's just so funny. They get me so good. I think with my next lip journey, initially I said I wanted to go smaller. I'm still not sure. I think I'm gonna play it by ear and see how I feel about it. So that's what the lip liner looks like, and I'm gonna go in with the lip velvet. And with these, I like to go in just a little bit at a time. And then after that, I like to go back in with the lip liner and kind of like redefine those edges. And that is it, you guys. I've really been into like softer glam. Like if I'm just going to like something simple, this is like my go-to type of glam. And especially with like lashes, I've really been into a more like subtle lash. So I'm glad that those lashes worked out because that was my first time trying these. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everybody who tunes in. Like, it means the world to me. I know I was MIA for a while, but we are back. I have a few videos in my head that I know that I already want to film, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.